If it's no longer purposeful, your self-love journey will kick it out. If you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're doing something wrong. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shakira, and here on my channel, I like to make videos giving tips, advice on your self-development journey, and I also love to create inspiration for my viewers. That being said, today's video is going to be about the cost of being on your self-love journey. This topic is really important, and I hope to bring clarity to those watching my video. I'm going to take an extra second to say, if you're feeling the vibes, hit subscribe. Also leave a like on the video, it doesn't hurt, and the like button is just right below. It's really not that hard, so go ahead and do that. I want to cover 5 points. Why did I put up 10 fingers? They are going to be: what is self-love? Why is it important? What does it look like? What does it cost you? And how to accept your self-love journey and all that comes along with it. So make sure that you have your pen and your notepad available. If not, keep your ears wide open because I'm going to be giving y'all the rundown on this. So we're going to answer the very first bullet point. What is self-love? Now, everyone has a different definition of things. I'm curious to know what your definition of self-love is, so go ahead in the comment section and comment below what your definition of self-love is. I wrote down a definition of self-love. Oh, BTW, I do have my notepad right here, so I will be referencing my notes from time to time because I would like to give y'all structured and organized information. I don't want to be all over the place with this video. And so, my definition of self-love that I wrote down is: it is the practice of valuing and caring for yourself. It means recognizing your worth, accepting your flaws, and prioritizing your well-being. It's not about being selfish. It is about maintaining a healthy relationship with yourself so that you can show up for others and life's challenges. I feel as though we can talk about many reasons why this journey is important, but I'm going to give you guys 5 reasons why this journey is important. Your emotional well-being. I think your self-love journey gives you the ability to build your emotional intelligence, and your emotional intelligence is going to allow you to be a master of self-control. You have much healthier relationships when you begin your self-love journey because you learn how to love yourself, and thus you learn how to love others. Personal growth. I feel as though your self-love journey brings you so much mindfulness and self-awareness that you become so aware of your own behaviors and actions that your self-development is just inevitable. You will strive to become the best version of yourselves at all times. I actually only have 4, but like I said, there's so many more you can add on to this list. The last one that I wrote down was reduced stress. Yes, I believe that your self-love is going to cause you to prioritize your needs, to mitigate stress, and to promote more balance in your life. I'm curious, I know you must be curious, what does it look like to be on your self-love journey? There are 5 things that I feel I have to tell you guys in this video. And I don't know where to start because they're all so good, but we're going to start with boundaries. To simplify boundaries, I would say boundaries are really limits that we set for ourselves and for others in how they treat us, care for us, handle us as people. Boundaries are really essential for healthy relationships. When you set boundaries, you protect your mental health, your time, and your energy. In other words, you promote more peace in your life. And I don't know who wouldn't want peace, but me, peace is all I want. I want peace. I don't know who wouldn't want peace. Now, if you don't want peace, don't have boundaries, because guaranteed you will get a lot of chaos if you don't have any boundaries in your life. But having boundaries can really limit the levels of chaos that you experience. Another major thing with self-love: saying no. Guys, this one is a tough one. I'm not gonna lie, I still struggle with this. I feel like recently I have been a lot better at saying no to things that truly don't align with me, my values, or what I desire, what I want to do. And I have been communicating that to the people who I need to. And sometimes I do feel so bad about it. I don't know why the stigma attached to saying no is just such a bad thing. When you say yes, nobody complains. But when you say no, you will realize people start to move different, act different. Things are just tense. But don't let that discourage you from saying no. Saying no is a definite way of saying, I love myself. It's not your prerogative if those people can accept you saying no or not. Sometimes we also feel the need to give a long list of explanations as to why we cannot show up for someone or something in a moment. But let me just give you guys this direction here. If you feel within your spirit you want to give an explanation, go ahead. But know that it's not make or break. Just know that it's not necessary. Sometimes it's good to just say no and keep it at that. Don't feel pressured to give lengthy explanations because sometimes people don't care. And you know what they do? They will label you as bad, unreliable, undependable. But sometimes you have to choose loving yourself over trying to please somebody else. But you be stressing yourself. Why are you stressing yourself? Before I move on to the next point though, my friend did show me this Bugs Bunny meme and it looked like this. Let this be your model. Even if you need to make up your mouth and go so, no, then do it. Do it. Do it. Okay? Practicing self-compassion is crucial in your self-love journey. It's going to look like you being kind to yourself and showing understanding to yourself. Next, you're going to experience a glow up. Okay, self-love is synonymous with glow up. I feel like you can't have self-love and not have a glow up. Your glow up is inevitable. So if you are practicing your self-love journey, just know you're gonna glow up. Okay, you're gonna glow up. Literally, I posted another video. If you haven't seen it as yet, go ahead and watch that video. Watch it, let me know what you think. And I guarantee you, you're gonna see what I'm talking about when I say self-love is synonymous with glowing up. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. So, your exercise, your fitness, your health, your gut health, everything is going to slowly but surely become the next level. I would say even making sure to get rest, which is a big form of self-love. If you're on your self-love journey and you're not getting rest, you have to reconsider what you're doing. You have to audit your journey and make sure that you revolve everything around you getting your rest and relaxation, as opposed to you revolving that around slaving yourself away at things that really don't mean that much to you. I think it's way more meaningful in life, and I know it's easier said than done because everyone has a different situation, but if you can at some point in your life make it to the point where you can revolve everything else around you, making sure you are rested and okay and relaxed and actually happy and thriving, your life will glow. Celebrating your achievements. You need to celebrate your achievements, big or small, without judgment. I don't give myself enough credit, and I'm here to tell you that you also don't give yourself enough credit. You want to know how I know my self-love journey was serious this time? I was making sure to fix meals that I actually liked to look at, that were appetizing. I romanticized everything. Like even washing my face, I romanticized that. Doing my makeup, I try my best to not have to rush the application of my makeup, but sometimes I do. And even in those moments, I am enjoying it. I am romanticizing it. I write myself love letters, little notes of love. I put little sticky notes on my mirror. And guys, you have to affirm yourself. This is how I know my self-love journey was legit, when I'm like, I'm doing all of this. And even though I'm not yet there, like I'm getting much better. I may not be where I want to be, but I am so happy that I'm not where I used to be. If you're doing all of those things that I am putting out there, your self-love journey is legit, and I want you to keep going no matter what. Now, this is a meat on the skeleton. This is the part of the video I really wanted you guys to make it to. So if you've made it to this part of the video, go ahead and drop a fire emoji, or you could drop a rose, or you can drop a heart, whichever you're comfortable with, or you could even drop a 100 / down in the comment section to let me know you've made it to this point in the video. Now, what does it cost you? It's going to cost you toxic relationships. Many times in our lives, we maintain relationships that are not good for us. When you start your self-love journey, you will begin to see it's not going to be something you can hide from. You can't blind yourself from it anymore. Hope alone isn't going to be sufficient to maintain that. You are eventually going to get to a point where you have to remove that from your life. You have to be okay with losing people. You have to be okay with accepting when situations are no longer good for you. You have to be able to walk away. You just gotta be okay with it. I know it sucks. I cried so much losing certain people, losing certain things, connections to certain places that I thought were going to be in my life forever. I felt that heartache, and there isn't a day when sometimes that feeling doesn't come back around and you're like, I thought I got over this, but what's going on? Your self-love journey will do that to you. It's going to cost you all of those relationships that are truly no longer good for your life. They will be gone. Or maybe if you're not okay with that, at some point, you gotta accept it. You just gotta accept it and move forward with your life and live in your purpose. But yeah, it is tough. It is hard. Especially when you have poured hope into something to realize that it was never going to work out. It is really, really cruel when someone hurts you in ways that, you never expected them to. Especially if they said, I'm not going to hurt you like that, and that's exactly what they do. You have to be able to give people grace and to give yourself grace as well. At the end of the day, no human being is perfect. And in situations where people hurt you, I feel taking accountability is a far better approach than blame shifting. Hence saying, yeah, but it's this person's fault, boom, 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 boom. Yes, we can do that, but that doesn't solve anything. When you take accountability, you practice mindfulness, you practice self-awareness, and that self-awareness is going to cause you to become a better version of yourself that does not make the same mistakes to end up in situations like that again. When you're just blame shifting, you're really not looking into yourself to see where you can become a better version of you that doesn't have to deal with that or cause other people to go through that with you. And so in situations where I feel like I have been hurt by places, people, things, I don't try to blame people anymore. I do acknowledge that, yes, that person, I maybe feel a type of way about it. But at the very end of whatever the session of me crying, complaining, or whatever it's going to look like, venting, whatever it's going to look like, I am going to acknowledge that I'm accountable for me, which is me not giving my power away. This is not what the video is about though, so I will try to stay on track. I just felt like it was in a way related to the topic because I think when you're on your self-love journey, you start to think about all of your behaviors and how your behaviors really affect your ability to love yourself. And you cannot control somebody else loving you, but if you can control just how well you are catering to yourself, I feel like that energy will ripple out and other people will recognize that and they will treat you well as best as they can, because people treat you according to the level of their own consciousness. You have to let go of toxic relationships. Some of them cannot be saved. Some of them is just the expiration, okay? Sometimes you don't even have a fuss with somebody and they're just no longer in your life. You have to be able to accept that. Your self-love journey will cause you to be in places where you no longer have space or room for things that are no longer purposeful in your life. Your self-love journey will cost you your comfort zones. Conflict builds character. And I got that from Rango. If y'all know Rango, comment down below. I love that movie. I watch it at least once a year, probably twice a year. I love that movie. Rango. Yeah. Anyways. There's a point in it when he says, paraphrasing what he says, basically conflict builds character. You will not have character development without any sort of conflict. And I feel like that's 100% true. You need adversity in order to, I think, rise above.
I couldn't help but notice you noticing me noticing you. You know, the women's find me uncomfortably good looking, but you seem remarkably at ease. Oh, stop it. No, really. Well, you must. What are you doing? That tickles. Are those real? That's it. Conflict. Victor, you were right. I have been undefined. People, I've had an epiphany. The hero cannot exist in a vacuum. What our story needs is an ironic, unexpected event that will propel the hero into conflict.
If you're in a comfort zone, you're chilling. There is no growth taking place. You're just cruising. It's literally settling for whatever that experience is. There's no striving to have a greater, more elevated experience in your comfort zones. But when you go through the conflict, it will cause you to come out even better. And because you are now better, you in turn will attract better. Temporary loneliness. This one, y'all. I think it took losing certain things for me to really lock in with my journey. Going through those situations really taught me so much about myself. And a part of myself had become so attached to whatever energy was present with that thing, to the point where when it was gone, I had those moments of weakness where I questioned, like, is this the right decision? Those moments of weakness where, you know, the routine is to just have that other thing around, but when that thing is no longer around, your routine is now different. It could spike your anxiety. I'm not gonna lie. Going through the very first parts of my self-love journey, I had to cry so many times just to make sure I didn't run back to the same situation that I was trying to run away from. Those moments when I was like, nah, let me just unblock and call and text. I had to tell myself, no, you gotta remember why you did that in the first place. Because your self-love journey will cause you to be in a season of isolation, if not isolation, a season of solitude, where you are genuinely just in your own energy, in your own space. There's nothing else there trying to stimulate you. It's you and you. And honestly, for me, it's me and God. Always me and God. Because God is with me all the time. But I'm human, so there were times when I felt lonely. And the way that I had handled situations in the past, where I had a gap of time where I needed some sort of stimulation, I would probably call somebody, text somebody, be like, hi, boom, 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 let's fill the time together. But when you start your self-love journey, you can't do that anymore. Because more than likely, those things that you were using to keep you occupied, you now no longer are in touch with them. You've lost them. They're no longer a part of your life. And so you have to be strong enough to still push on with your journey. Realize why you were on your journey to begin with, and don't get dismayed because there's going to be that moment of, well, how do I do this? Should I fill this space with somebody else, something else? You know what I mean? But that's never the solution. You don't get through something by getting into something else or under somebody or, you know, just filling things in the way to distract you. You genuinely feel it. When you need to feel sad, you feel sad. When you need to feel lonely, you feel lonely. When you need to feel happy, you feel happy, and you feel all of those fully and completely. That's the only way that you're going to be able to get past that part of your journey. And it is worth it. I'm not fully there yet. I still have moments when I'm like, God, if you weren't here, I don't know what I would do. Probably do second guess. And then I'm probably like, well, it's always easy. Like, distractions are out there, they're everywhere. But I'm a more evolved version of myself. I'm an evolved woman. I do not want to distract myself. No, honey, I want to elevate. You want to elevate. Yes, you do. And you know how you're going to elevate? You're going to fully open yourself up to that lonely part of your journey. Your self-love journey will require you to go through a phase of loneliness. Whatever you choose to introduce into that journey with you, don't let it be something that's going to hinder your progress. Don't let it be something just to replace whatever you have decided to remove from your life. Let it be something that is going to be fruitful. Let it be something that is going to be beneficial. Let it be positive. Let it be you growing. Don't just replace stuff with things that you're going to eventually need to remove from your life. But yeah, I feel like I have expounded on that topic enough. Get to a point in your journey where you can then add other people, places, things, and experiences to the mix without it being something that you need to survive. You know what you need to survive? I'm going to tell y'all, like I said, I believe in God. You need God. And you need God. I love my parents. I love my siblings. I love my friends. I love relatives. Trust me, I do. But I realize at the end of the day, you know who I really need in order to make it through this world? God. Keep that in mind in case you are ever feeling just weak to that urge of filling the gap with distractions and things that are not going to be good for you in the long run. When you feel lonely, you got to go to God in prayer. You got to pray about it. You got to talk to Him, and you got to let that be enough to build you and to really carry you through. And then God will fill your life with things that are actually worthy of your time. Things that are actually going to be beneficial for your purpose in life. Another thing too to know, you will find yourself not being supported by society in a sense. When you start your self-love journey, you become more of your authentic self, and thus anything that's no longer in alignment with your authentic self will become your adversary. Stay in your own lane. And if you like me, I do not like my lane to be crowded. If my lane is crowded, I'm in the wrong lane. If you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're doing something wrong. How to accept your self-love journey and all that comes along with it. In order to accept anything, you need to acknowledge why that thing is necessary to begin with. When you accept your journey, be patient. Know that it's not gonna happen all in one. Sometimes you're on your self-love journey for a lifetime. It is a lifelong, continuous process. Enjoy every single moment. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey along the way. Think of it as you never really get to an end point. You just keep on improving. It's like climbing the ladder, climbing the rungs of the ladder. You just get a step higher. Think of it in that manner. They always say the sky is the ceiling. No, I don't know what they say. They always say the sky is the limit, but I disagree with that. I feel like the sky is your starting point. Once you become patient with your journey, stay committed. These things are one in one. So make a commitment to your journey. Make a commitment. You are worth a commitment. Are you not? You're worth a commitment. And another major factor of being successful in any arena of your life is showing gratitude. Gratitude is going to elevate you in life in ways that nothing else can. And last, I want to say seek support. If you have friends around you, relatives, people that can hold you accountable to your journey, have them be a part of that for you. Love journey will require you to be vulnerable, And I think because of that ability to be vulnerable and open, I am able to communicate clearly with some people who are good for me in my life, who can keep me on track. So like the times, I remember like for instance, the times when I wanted to fall back on some of my decisions, I had certain friends who would just hold me accountable. And I needed that in order to stay on my self-love journey. So you're gonna need people around you who are going to hold you accountable and who are genuinely going to want to see the best for you. If you took notes, don't be afraid to comment down below that you did. If you made it to this point in the video, drop a, you know that emoji where it's like the pad and the pen? You could drop that. Or you could just drop a book or a pen or a pencil. This is my first sit down video on my channel, so I'm hoping that I did a decent job with this. I'm being brave, and that's why you see me posting videos like these. This is really meaningful for me deep down. So just know I'm a small YouTuber, but I have big visions and goals. I want to see so much elevation, not just within myself, but within every single one who is here watching this video and on my channel. That being said, be blessed. Don't live life in distress. Just let go and let God. He'll work it out for you. And that's Yolanda Adams. I think that's her last name. I'm not sure. Do not quote me on that. But that's the end of the video. I hope that you guys are more familiar with your self-love journey now and that you will continue and stay committed to this journey no matter what. Just know if you ever want a reminder, you can always click on this video again. I will see y'all in my next video. Thank you for watching, and we are out.